Two men journey to the bars and restaurants of Scandinavia to find amazing beers, always with the same question.
Hey, what's on tap?
It's time to find out.
Welcome to day 23 of What's on Tap, Advent Calendars, Spooktacular.
On the penultimate day of Christmas, my true love sent to me what is obviously a box wrapped.
It is a boxed wrapped beer.
So with regular Christmas presents, there are usually so many under the Christmas tree that you don't know what is what. But when we do our Christmas calendar, it is painfully obvious what is a can, what is a bottle, and in this case, what is a box.
Yes, because this is a rectangular.
It's super
object.
rectangular.
But yeah, go ahead and open it. Let's see what you think of what's in here. So you've
So it's a quite flimsy box. I'm just feeling.
yes, of course.
So it's not like a Fuller's.
No. Although I almost went with Fuller's.
Oh, I should have known that this was a Firestone Walker. Helldorado 2016. This is a white barley wine, right?
It is. It is a blonde barley wine.
Blonde barley wine.
So you've reached into your cellar a few times, and I thought, well, I should really reach into mine and pull out some things that I'm kind of like, oof, this might be past its prime. But it would be fun to have on the show.
Do you think this is past its prime?
Well, 2016, I've been finding that barley wines have about a 3 to 5 year shelf life, and then once they get beyond that level, it gets into the minty kind of characters. So when I had this last year, and I gave it a 4.25, and you had it, and you gave it a 4.5 in the past.
Yeah, but that was a long time ago.
Exactly. So a year ago, it was holding up really well. So I'm very curious to see how we...
And it's a big boy. This is going to be a good day.
This is a 650 milliliter.
A bomber, yes.
A bomber, yep. The long forgotten beer child of the bottling world.
Yeah.
Because you don't find 650 bombers anymore.
No.
Which
is a
rarely.
shame.
Yeah.
So what's the ounce for bomber?
It's 1 pint, 6 fluid ounces.
Wait, 6 ounces? That doesn't...
No, 1 pint.
1 pint and 6 fluid ounces?
Yes, because America says, fuck you with logic. We can't just give you a standard size. But I would say this is probably 32 ounces, if I had to guess.
I'm going to Google this immediately.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure this is 32 ounces. So this comes in at 11.8% ABV.
It's 21.979 fluid ounces. It's
right. Honestly, who comes up with that nonsense?
Makes total sense.
That's even worse. That doesn't even make... Oh my God.
I'm dying over here.
There were 4,000 cases produced, and it uses an IBU of 24, an OG of 24.5 Plato's.
Okay, Poindexter, we get it. It has many numbers.
A British ale of yeast.
Nice.
But yeast British ale.
I think that's good when you do certain barley wines.
Yeah. Well, what I like about these Firestone Walkers is they really break down a lot of real nerdy, especially in the proprietor's vintage stuff. They break down a lot of really nerdy kind of things on the label. So
in some of the boxes, but not this one, they have a little piece of paper. That's like the vintage ones.
Yeah. This smells a little dusty.
It does smell a little dusty.
It smells a little dusty, which is weird because it's a barley wine, so I was not expecting it to have that dustiness to it.
It's supposed to last 5 years. Come on.
You'd hope so.
But if it's an American style barley wine, it'll definitely lose its hop forward character. But this one, it even says if they're using British ale yeast, they have to be going for a more traditional barley wine, and not the newer, more aggressive American barley wines.
Okay, so this says that the 2016 vintage of Helldorado is an imperial blonde ale or blonde barley wine Has the lightest color of any of the beers in our barrel program, but carries a great deal of interesting barrel characters: vanilla, light char, and amazing lavender honey notes. This is a barley wine, is a one-of-a-kind sipping beer, built to last and reward careful aging for years to come. So they recommend aging. So that's actually a good sign.
Do you want to know something really funky?
What?
I checked it out while you were reading and babbling and no one was listening to
Yeah,
it.
obviously.
In my cellar, I have the next vintage. I have the 17 at home.
Ooh, nice.
Why didn't I bring that so we could have them side by side?
That
Who
would've been a
knows?
lot of
This is the magic of the Christmas calendar.
Whoa.
Exactly, anything can happen. And we still haven't tried the beer.
Yes.
Cheers.
Right, cheers. Yeah, this is definitely very, very light in color. It's also very interesting. This is our second barley wine in a row. I did not intend for that to happen. I looked for the tool for the last one because I wanted a tool beer, and they just happened to have this in my cellar, and I thought, what the hell?
It definitely has a sweetness, and but it is getting a little old.
It is right on the precipice.
Yes.
I think another year this would have fallen off horribly, because there is a lot of caramel notes on the front. It's very light. It's very, very drinkable. But it is getting into that minty, toothpastey realm.
Almost. I won't say cardboard because it doesn't deserve that negative word. But,
Well, it's oxidized.
in a
It's
few
not oxidized,
in a few
but-
years it'll start getting cardboardy.
Yeah.
It has the first.
I think so. If you have a bottle of this Helldorado 2016 in your
Drink
cellar,
it.
you need to not sleep on this anymore. This is the year. It's only going to get worse from here, probably. And maybe you have a better climate-controlled system at home or cellaring process, but I've kept this in a pretty level temperature interior space, so that the temperature shouldn't have risen and gone so crazy or whatnot.
Now, in my actual cellar, in my subterranean cellar, and not my wardrobe, I've used one of these temperature measurement things that measures over a long period of time.
Yeah.
And it doesn't differ more than like maximum 2 degrees up and down for an entire.
Is that Celsius?
Yes.
That's a bigger swing than Fahrenheit.
I can imagine.
Yeah. It's like double. So it could be as much as 4 degrees up and 4 degrees down.
Yeah. From the warmest to the coldest.
Yeah.
But that is quite low variance.
Yeah. No, I agree.
But I'm looking at the bottle here, and there are 3 names and signatures on it. Mm-hmm. So this is a Firestone Walker beer, and we have Adam Firestone. Mm-hmm. Yeah. We have David Walker. Yeah. And we have Matt Brynildsen.
Obviously.
Why is he not in the name? Why isn't it Firestone Walker Brynildsen?
Because he's probably the head brewer at the time.
Oh, I think that the head brewer should be in the name.
Yeah.
I will now.
They should always rebrand themselves with whatever who the head brewer is at the time.
Firestone Walker Brynildsen.
Yeah, no, it's Brynildsen. Yeah,
Brynildsen. I'm not.
It's like I had to look how you like. What was the actual spelling there?
We agree.
You're right on that one.
But this beer, it still works.
It's a really good beer, but it's a tired beer. It is definitely on the downward side of its life trajectory.
Yeah.
I feel bad because I feel like if I'd had it, a year ago I gave it a 4.25, and this year, unfortunately, I'm going to give it like a 3.5.
That low?
Yeah, I think it's really fallen off quite hard. I think those minty notes are coming in way too strong at this point.
I think when I'm tasting it, I think my mind is going towards the. It wants to give it the benefit of the doubt. Mm-hmm. So I'm somewhere between a 4 and a 3.75, and I kind of still want to round up.
That's fine. I
it's-
have no problem with that. I completely understand that, and I feel it's a very justifiable. Yeah, that's not good for podcasting.
No, I crumpled the little plastic cap thing. I realized this is the worst thing I could be fiddling with for podcasting reasons. So maybe you haven't heard a single thing we've said. Who knows?
This almost has like a kind of tequila-ish. Because I think that the woodiness is really coming out here, and it's giving it almost kind of an astringent quality.
I'll give it the weakest of fours.
Weakest of fours.
I'll
I'm giving it the strongest of 3.5s.
I'll round it up the most I can round it up because of my historical love for Firestone Walker, and the beer still has a lot of redeeming qualities. But you did good in opening it now and not a second later.
Yeah. In 6 months, this would have even fallen harder.
Yeah, I think so too.
I really think we've reached its end of life kind of moment here. We're catching it right on that, like you said, the precipice of quality.
So since I have the next vintage, the 2017 in my cellar, we need to drink that ASAP.
Yeah, I would say you should definitely bring that out sooner rather than later.
Yes.
Okay, well, this is fun on the penultimate episode of our calendar. You can find us online at What's on Tap Podcast.
Instagram,
Facebook, Instagram,
Spotify,
yep.
Wherever you can find good quality podcasts. And until next time,
Keep drinking, you dum-dums.